Hey guys, T-Beeves here, back with an anime video. I know it's been a while, but I guess the fall anime season is over, and the winter is about to begin with, I think Shield Adventure, Shield Hero, episode 1. I think that's one anime I'm definitely going to get into. I haven't researched much about the new one starting up, but there'll probably be a review of that show here at some point. And I just made this video. Oh my god, now I gotta make it all over again. So this time it will probably, the first one was like 10 minutes. So there was an echo issue. I hopefully is fixed. But so the first, Goblin Slayer. Highly recommend Goblin Slayer. It in its entirety, I believe, is only going to be 13 episodes. There is kind of one recap episode in there, which you can pretty much skip. So it's really 12 episode anime series. The entire thing is great. Very violent. It's your classic adventurer kind of group setup. The dudes going to the tavern getting a mission or a quest to whatever. But as the title suggests, Goblin Slayer, everything he does is related to goblins because he wants to destroy them. And they are the like epitome of evil creatures in this world. They are just like, for lack of a better word, they're fucking terrible. I mean, they're like raping people and like all of this crazy shit. They are super evil, and he just wants to destroy them all. The first episode does have kind of an animated rape scene. It's just, which is always terrible. Who wants to? I mean, it's just to explain how evil these creatures are, and it definitely gets that across. And it does happen, I think, in that first episode, and it. You know that the potential of that happening is there, but it doesn't really happen again, which is good because, I wouldn't want to see that in every episode because it's terrible. But, because they're so evil. Oh my god. So you're totally on this guy's side, like, yeah, all these dudes need to frickin' die. And it's gory, and he's bashing their faces in, and he's just making sure they're all dead. It's great. Like I said, violent, gory, classic adventure. He first teams up with a priest, and then there's like an elven archer, a dwarf, drunken master dude. I don't know. He's actually kind of like a spellcaster. I don't know what you'd actually call him. And then there's this reptilian, more indigenous Indian people dude who's like summoning bone creatures and stuff. But he's pretty cool too. And they all have some sort of spells and stuff. But yeah, killing goblins, adventurers. It's great. Highly recommend it. If you can deal with violent adult situations, highly recommend that. And the next one, Golden Kamuy, 24 episodes. I actually don't know when this one started, but I just finally watched it because it had that like outdoorsy survival feel. The first few episodes about just like kind of living off the land and surviving and learning about the wilderness is super cool because there's like wolf and bear hunting and all this cool stuff going on. The main character just got back from war. He runs into this little girl, and then kind of in the first episode, I think, he hears this legend about where all this like gold is hidden. And that's kind of where the series takes off. Like all these puzzle pieces to locate the gold are actually located on these criminals. So it's kind of like tracking all these criminals down that are in the area and finding all of them. And then the little girl is involved somehow with the gold. They believe it was hidden or taken by her father, and so they think just finding her father, will bring her peace, and then also answer the questions of how much he was involved. The first few episodes of this anime are so good. I thought it was going to be like one of my favorite animes of all time with how it started off, and then somewhere in the middle it fell into some classic anime tropes that were really off-putting, like glowing crotches, like boners, like guys getting sexually aroused on the thought of death, like literally glowing crotches. Why? It was so good and so serious, and then we get boners. I don't know why they do that, but still, it was okay. They didn't sit on that too long. It starts to pick back up. So it got from like, for the series standpoint, from the 24 episodes, it's like the first stretch is like A+, so good, and then it gets into like C- territory, and then it starts building back up C+, be towards the end. So the next season, hopefully, there's a lot of potential. It's one definitely I gotta figure out when the next season is coming. Hopefully, it's coming. But yeah, there needs to be another season with where it ended. So definitely recommend if you're into that outdoorsy survival, wolves, bears, kind of cool stuff. It starts into like winter survival, and then throughout the series, it gets more into the spring survival too, which is cool again. And then that time I got reincarnated as a slime. This one, I didn't know what I thought it was gonna be like an over the top silly anime, and it is a little silly, brightly colored. It's very well animated. I enjoy how bright and just colorful the anime series is. And again, we get some badass wolves in this, and it is kind of funny because, as the title suggests, our reincarnation, our main character kind of dies in the first episode, and he's obviously a real world business type guy, and then he gets reincarnated as a slime. So a very real world person put into like a very video game-esque world as a slime. So it's kind of him adjusting like, well, what can I do as a slime? And you think he'd be like weak and like bottom of the totem pole kind of dude, but he's super powerful, and like it's just ridiculous. Like he just keeps getting more and more powerful, and he doesn't really know where he fits in the world. But he starts running into like a group of goblins, and then just through meeting them, they kind of all get stronger, and he decides that they need to form a village and to just protect the community as a whole. And his village is just kind of growing from meeting people and being like so approachable yet so powerful. People are like kind of drawn to him, and like I said, he's still trying to figure out because he doesn't know where he fits in the world. Yeah, it's really good. Definitely, it's all around great anime. It's something, if you're an anime fan, that time I got reincarnated as slime, it's probably a little bit for everyone. It is a little silly, but it's got your cool magic and, you know, all that junk. It's well animated. And there's a group of enemies towards the end of the, I guess, current season. I think it just got to episode 13, so I don't know if it's actually technically still the same season or not. I don't think the intros changed, so it's probably all still the same season. But this group of enemies, a theme that I really enjoyed due to like an early 90s movie, I think it was this movie called Ravenous. And it was all about this belief of eating a man's flesh and gaining his strength. So like these people become these crazy carnivores, and I don't know, it's just people going crazy. But and he basically, there's a group of enemies like that, and it's like a whole army. So whether they're losing comrades in the army, they're eating their comrades, or if they're, you know, trampling some whatever village, they're feasting on those corpses, and they're getting stronger. So the army is just constantly getting stronger as it approaches its goal, which is kind of cool. I don't know. I just like that kind of idea of like, yeah, I don't know. And then of course, Fairy Tail. Fairy Tail is in its final season. It did start back up, so if that kind of fell off your radar, it is in its final season. And you can see how that prequel season about how Fairy Tail was formed and all that, and how it all comes together. It's really cool. This final season, I believe, it's got a lot of potential. It's really fun and moving at a good pace. And yeah, like I said, it's very, very much worth watching if it fell off your radar. If you're somebody who never watched Fairy Tail, find yourself a filler list. And it's definitely one worth watching. It's one of the great show and animes that's currently going. You know, up with like, I'd compare it to like Naruto, Dragon Ball Z, Bleach. You know, it's up there. It's top tier in my opinion. But there is like a whole arc, I think somewhere in there, 30, 40 episodes that you can just completely skip, and it doesn't affect the story at all. So a filler guide is always handy when you're getting into those long animes, in my opinion. Unless, I mean, you know, if it's your favorite episode, you want if it's your favorite show and you want 40 extra episodes, there you go. I mean, just keep watching. But I like to, you know, I like the story. I want that main arc to keep going. Of course, Black Clover is still going. Very good. We just finally got to Asta's kind of awakening, if you know what I'm talking about. And we got robbed. It sucked. It should have been such an amazing episode, but they decided to get all artistic. I don't know if they reached out to other artists, but it's just all over the place. There's this epic battle, and you have no idea what's going on just because the animation gets so bad. I know it's artistic, but no, it's unfollowable. It's really unfortunate because it's such an important moment to the story, and then the animation just gets really bad. Black Clover is, I've always enjoyed all the fights, all the animation. I thought it was pretty good, and then this episode shows too like what it could drop to, I guess, and it was just unfortunate. And little elements of that carry over into the next few episodes, but it gets back to the norm, so it's better. Like I said, which is unfortunate. But still highly recommend Black Clover. Captain Yami is badass. Surpassing your limits. It's hard to do this backwards. Surpass my limits. But thanks for watching. These are my anime recommendations. There were probably, I think, a few others in there I tried watching, and they either didn't take off or keep my attention, and what they were, I can't remember now. But these are the important ones. So thanks for watching.